5 fragrances that will perfectly encapsulate springtime. These are fragrances from the niche and indie realm that I'll be wearing this spring. I won't be doing this alone, guys. Today, I'll have my buddy along for the ride. His name is Henry. He's from the channel CLASSYSCENTS. If you want to check him out, I'll link it in the description below. Also in the description below, guys, if you want to check out my designer top 10 list, it'll also be down there. But if you're into niche and indie fragrances, or you're just piqued by the interest of learning more about them, stay along for the ride, guys. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. As always, I'm Joshua, and this is Scentsense. To all my returning subscribers, guys, 2,300 strong, welcome. And to all my new people who want to check out the channel, make sure to stay for a while, kick up your feet, grab something cold to drink, and enjoy. Being that Henry is our guest here on the channel Scentsense, we're going to go ahead and allow Henry to start off the list at number 5.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Henry with the channel CLASSYSCENTS, and before I get started, I am just honored and blessed to be a part of this collab, so I appreciate you, Josh, for having me. So coming in at number 5 is from the House of Mancera, and this is Oud Lemon Mint. Now, I only have the decan, that's why it's my only number fit selection. It can be higher in this list, but I'm getting around to the beauty of this fragrance. It's sweet. You get a lot of oud in the opening, also with some lemon. It is very good, guys. It is very strong and it projects like a mug. The performance is bonkers. This is wonderful, guys. At number 5, Mancera Oud Lemon Mint.
Yeah, Henry, I definitely can see how Mancera's Oud Lemon Mint will work for most people, but for some reason, it doesn't like me. So kicking off my list at number 5 is going to be a fragrance from the House of Creed. No, it's not Green Irish Tweed. No, it's not Creed Aventus. It's Creed's Silver Mountain Water. What you're going to get from Creed Silver Mountain Water is refreshing. It is a revitalizing fragrance that's going to give you that sharp, fresh appeal. It's going to feel like you've been on a mountain and you're climbing and your lungs are full of cold air and the air is thin, and that cold, crisp air that you're breathing in, that's what this smells like. No, it isn't unpleasant, guys. It's actually fantastic. It's definitely a great fresh fragrance for the springtime because it's gonna last on you. This fragrance could be worn for daytime, nighttime, anytime is the right time for Silver Mountain Water. Coming in at number 5, guys, is Creed's Silver Mountain Water. And next on the list will be number 4, and for that, we'll go to Henry.
Coming in at number 4 from the House of Bond, number 9, and this is Scent of Peace. Yes, you can make a case. Why didn't I go with Bleecker Street when it came to the springtime? I actually enjoy this. I feel like this is fresh, this is clean. It gives you this upscale, casual vibe when you wear this fragrance. I absolutely love it, guys. This has been a heavy hitter for the spring for me, and I feel like you need to get your nose on it if you haven't. Absolutely wonderful juice at number 4. Bond number 9, Scent of Peace.
Sadly, Bond number 9, Scent of Peace for men, did not make my top 5. It definitely will be a fragrance that I wear in the summertime. If you want to know more about this fragrance, I have a video that I did on this. It'll definitely be linked below, so go check it out, guys. Coming in at number 4 is a fragrance from a house that is fantastic at bringing you on a scent memory. And what I mean by that is it's a fragrance that will transport you to another place. It'll give you a mindset of another place, another time, maybe a special time and place that you've been before, guys. The fragrance we're talking about at number 4 is from the House of Imaginary Authors. It's Cape Heartache. The reason why I love fragrances from this house so much is because they always take you on a trip. If I could describe this fragrance in a simple story, this reminds me of when I was a child going camping. Imagine yourself camping in the cool night air and waking up and unzipping your tent. Now, when you unzip your tent, it's morning time, the dew is settled in, and you smell the woods in the air and the fire gently burning, the resins in the air, the smoke billowing, and the freshness of the cold air. That's what I get from this fragrance. What you're gonna get from this fragrance is Douglas fir, you're gonna get resins, you're gonna get vanilla, and you're gonna get strawberry. Now it also has an imaginary note called mountain fog, which is really cool because all imaginary authors fragrances always have an imaginary note in it because these are based off of books and novels that are also imaginary, but the fragrance perfectly encapsulates a camping experience for me. I love this fragrance for the late evening time. I love this fragrance for when it's got a nice gentle breeze. It's fantastic because it has a little bit of the sweetness with the strawberry and vanilla, but it's definitely settled in to that woodsy vibe. If you're looking for something that's not really challenging, but definitely different and daring, go ahead and check out Cape Heartache, guys. At number 4, Imaginary Authors, Cape Heartache. So for number 3, right back at you, Henry.
Number 3 has been a heavy hitter in the fall time, and I'm actually bringing it out in the springtime. It has apple, sandalwood, very, very good, from the House of Parfums Molly, and it's none other than Layton. Man, I love this juice. It is amazing. It is safe. You could wear it in a casual setting. If you're heading out on a date or to an important meeting, you won't go wrong. It won't be cloying. You won't offend anybody. A very safe fragrance from the House of Parfums Molly, Layton at number 3.
Parfums de Marly Layton is definitely a fragrance, Henry, that people will definitely like. Coming in at number 3 is the much better version of this fragrance. And that fragrance is also a Creed fragrance. And that fragrance is Original Santal. No, this fragrance is not better than this fragrance. No, this fragrance, just because it came out first, is not an exact duplicate of this fragrance. Often people will discredit this fragrance and say that you'll get the same longevity, you'll get the same quality, and the same persistence with Mont Blanc Individual. Mont Blanc Individual is definitely a great bargain-friendly fragrance. And if you're first starting off in fragrances, I definitely highly recommend it. But here's the catch. Once you've collected fragrances for a while, you're gonna wanna get into the niche world and you're gonna wanna see what it has to offer. And the best way I can describe it is this is Jif peanut butter, and that is great value. At the end of the day, we both know they're peanut butter, we both know these are fragrances, but we both know choosy moms choose Original Santal. So coming in at number 3, yet another Creed, and no, it's not the ones you expect, Original Santal.
Coming in at number 2, I probably will hear, that's not a spring fragrance, bro. Why would you go with that, bro? I personally love this fragrance. Now, this is a fragrance that I will be taking on date nights with my wife in the spring season. The compliments are crazy. Co-workers love this juice on me. And this is from the House of Mason, Francis Kirk John. And this is Barset Rouge 540. When I first got my nose on this, I was blown away. It's rich. It opens up with this sweet candiness type of vibe that a lot of people tend to get. Absolutely gorgeous. If you're dressed in a suit, in a tux, this is a fragrance I feel like you should go to. Now, I like to wear this to the office, or if I'm going to nice, sexy date night with the wife, this is a fragrance I'll be reaching for in the springtime. Lasts all day. The performance is ridiculous. The projection of this stuff is crazy. At number 2, Mason Kirk John Barset Rouge 540.
Such a dope choice for number 2, Henry. Baccarat Rouge 540 is a perfect light spring wear fragrance. Definitely great for an intimate date setting with your wife or your significant other. You should definitely check it out, guys. But for me, at number 2 is a fragrance that most people will overlook. I have a secret friend. He's not so secret. His name is Michael James. And when Michael James tells me about a fragrance, most of the time, I know it's 100% legit. Just like Scent of Peace for Men, I went ahead and listened to him on this next fragrance, and God bless America, he was right. The fragrance we're talking about at number 2 is from Etat Libre d'Orange, You Are Someone Like You. You Are Someone Like You is a fresh, spring-like mint fragrance. You're gonna get a great, sweet, mojito minty vibe. Imagine you are sitting at a beach hut in the middle of the Caribbean and the sun is setting and you've got a cooler breeze coming through, rushing through the beach hut, palm leaves hanging, and you've got that mint mojito in your hand and you're drinking it. That is what I get from this fragrance. It lasts forever. I have never put my nose on a fresh fragrance that has lasted longer than this fragrance. It is perfect for the springtime. I'll definitely most likely wear it for the summertime too. It can work in a lot of occasions. I think it's best for the high heat of spring. I think it will definitely work in a laid-back casual setting. I don't think it's a dress up or a date night fragrance, but you're gonna get compliments. I got a ton on this. I sprayed it once in a room full of people. There were 8 people and they could smell it in the entire room. And I wasn't standing more than 7 feet close to somebody. So over 7 feet of projection for this thing on the first initial spray right out the box. Guys, get your eye on you or someone like you.
Right, leads it to my number 1 fragrance. This is an absolutely favorite fragrance of mine for the spring of 2018, and it is popular. It does deserve the hype, and it's from the House of Creed, and it's none other than Green Irish Tweed. Yes, Green Irish Tweed opens up with this green freshness. Absolutely amazing. I mean, there is nothing else like it. Yes, it has its clones, but at the end of the day, Creed still stands alone. Green Irish Tweed still stands alone. Absolutely wonderful, guys. I love this for casual settings, for work. Very, very versatile. You could dress up, dress down. You could wear it at night. You could wear it in the daytime. You could wear it on a date. You could wear it to church, school, whatever the case is. This fragrance won't let you down for the spring season. A heavy, heavy hitter for this spring season, guys. I absolutely am a huge fan of this fragrance, and this will play a huge part of my fragrance rotation for the springtime, guys. Green Irish Tweed, my number 1 fragrance. So that does it for this top 5 niche fragrances. Again, I appreciate you, Josh, for having me on here and giving you guys my opinion on these fragrances and giving you this list, right? So hopefully everybody else has a wonderful and lovely day. But until next time, this is Classy Scents. Peace.
I know you guys would be expecting me to go with Henry on number 1, which he definitely gave you an all-time favorite from a lot of reviewers and a lot of frag heads alike. That's Creed's Green Irish Tweed. Now, the next fragrance you'd probably think if I was gonna reach for one that would be from the Creed house is another one that I know you'll call a snub because it's left off my list, and that one is Creed's Aventus. Both of these fragrances are fantastic. Both of these fragrances will definitely work for the springtime. I'll definitely reach for them sometime during the spring and sometimes also in the early summer, but these guys didn't make the cut. Coming in at number 1, guys, is a fragrance that you're not going to hear a lot about. It's a fragrance from a relatively new house. There are other reviewers out there like Justin Copeland and Joe Sent Me who have spoke about this fragrance. Kuba just did a review on it also. I've been hyping it for a while. I think it's probably my favorite fresh niche fragrance outside of You or Someone Like You. It's definitely a close one. It barely edged You or Someone Like You because I think it's way more versatile and it's way more luxurious. Guys, enough waiting. The fragrance we're talking about at number 1 is Argos Pour Homme. Guys, we all know that Dior has a private collection. That's where you get Fève Delicieuses. We all know that YSL has a private collection. That's where you get Tuxedo. We all know that Tom Ford has a private collection. That's where you get Tuscan Leather. If for some reason Versace were to make a private label fragrance, this would perfectly sum it up, guys. It's got everything you want and more in a fragrance. It has freshness, it has versatility, it has projection, it's people pleasing, it's gonna get you compliments, it'll work in literally any single occasion. That's enough rambling about this fragrance, guys. If you want to know more about it, go ahead and look in the description box below. You'll see a link to a video about this fragrance that I did. It's fantastic, guys. I promise you, you won't go wrong. Thanks again to Henry from the channel Classy Scents. My boy always comes correct and he always stays classy. And you can also bring it correct, guys, by going ahead and checking out Henry's channel. I'm sure he'll deeply appreciate it, guys. And go ahead and subscribe to both of us. And go ahead and click that notification bell so you'll know when our videos come out, guys. Make sure to like this video, guys, so more and more people will know about it because it'll bump it up the search engine. And as always, guys, I'll smell you later. Peace!